हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम सीखेंगे अल्फ़ाबेट्स। ए है ए। इट साउंड्स ए ए ए। A for apple. A है B. It sounds b b b. B for ball. C. It sounds k k k. C is for cat. A है D. It sounds d d d. D for dog. A है E. It sounds a a a. E for elephant. A है F. It sounds f f f. F for fish. A है G. It sounds g g g. G for goat. A है H. It sounds h h h. H for hen. A है I. It sounds e e e. I for insect. J. It sounds j j j. J for joker. A है K. It sounds k k k. K for kite. A है L. It sounds l l l. L for lion. A है M. It sounds m m m. M for monkey. A है N. It sounds n n n. And N for nest. A है O. It sounds o o o. O for orange. A है P. It sounds p p p. P for parrot. A है Q. It sounds quack quack quack. Q for queen. A है R. It sounds R, R, R. A है S. It sounds S, S, S. S for sun. A है T. It sounds T, T, T. T for train. A है U. It sounds A. U for umbrella. A है V. It sounds V. V for violin. A है W. It sounds V. W for well. A है X. It sounds X, X, X. X for box. A है Y. It sounds Y. Y for yak. A है Z. It sounds Z. Z for zebra. A. It sounds A. A for ant. A है B. It sounds B. B for bat. A है C. It sounds K. C for cup. A है D. It sounds D. D for dots. है E. It sounds A. E for egg. A है F. It sounds F. F for frog. A है G. It sounds G. G for grapes. A है H. It sounds H. H for hat. A है I. It sounds E. I for ink. A है J. It sounds J. J for juice. A है K. It sounds k. K. K for king. A है L. L. It sounds l. L for lamb. A है M. It sounds m. M for man. A है N. It sounds n. N for nose. A है O. It sounds o. O for owl. A है P. It sounds p. P for peacock. A है Q. It sounds quack. Q for quill. A है R. It sounds r. R for rocket. A है S. It sounds s. S for sunflower. A है T. It sounds t. T for tap. A है U. It sounds a. U for uncle. A है V. It sounds v. V for violet. A है W. It sounds v. W for watch. A है X. It sounds x. X for fox. A है Y. It sounds y. Y for yacht. A है Z. It sounds z. Z for zoo. A है A. It sounds a. A for apricot. A है B. It sounds b. B for bees. A है C. It sounds k, k, k. C for caterpillar. A है D. It sounds d, d, d. D for door. A है E. It sounds a, a, a. E for earth. A है F. It sounds f, f, f. F for fruits. A है G. It sounds g, g, g. G, G for grass. A है H. It sounds h, h, h. H for horse. A है I. It sounds E, E, E. I for ice cream. A है J. It sounds J, J, J. J for jar. A है K. It sounds K, K, K. K for kangaroo. A है L. It sounds L, L, L. L for leaf. A है M. It sounds M, M, M. M for mouse. A है N. It sounds N, N, N. N for nose. A है O. It sounds O, O, O. O for octopus. A है P. It sounds P, P, P. P for pig. A है Q. It sounds Q, Q, Q. Q for quill. A है R. It sounds R, R, R. R for rat. A है S. It sounds S, S, S. S for snail. A है T. It sounds T, T, T. T for tab. ए है यू. Its sounds a a. U for unicorn. A है V. It sounds v v v. V for van. A है W. It sounds v v v. W for watch. A है X. It sounds x, x, x. X for X-ray. A है Y. It sounds y, y, y. Y for yo-yo. A है Z. It sounds z, z, z. Z for zigzag. A है A. It sounds a, a, a. A for ambulance. A है B. B. It sounds b, b, b. B for banana. A है C. It sounds k, k, k. C for cow. A है D. It sounds d, d, d. D for doll. A है E. It sounds a, a, a. E for eye. A है F. It sounds f, f, f. F for fan. A है G. It sounds g, g, g. G for giraffe. A है H. H. It sounds h, h, h. H for hat. A है I. It sounds E, E, E. I for igloo. A है J. It sounds j, j, j. J for jelly. A है K. It sounds k, k, k. K for kiwi. A है L. It sounds l, l, l. L for lemon. A है M. It sounds m, m, m. M for milk. A है N. It sounds no, no, no. N for net. A है O. It sounds O, O, O. O for onion. A है P. It sounds P, P, P. P for pumpkin. A है Q. It sounds Q, Q, Q. Q for quarter. A है R. It sounds R, R, R. R for rose. A है S. It sounds S, S, S. S for snake. A है T. It sounds T, T, T. T for toy. A है U. It sounds A. U for uniform. A है V. It sounds V. V for vegetables. A है W. It sounds V. W for whale. A है X. It sounds X, X, X. X for Xmas. A है Y. It sounds Y. Y for yam. A है Z. It sounds Z. Z for zipper.